Hi everyone, it's Anasika here, and I am really happy to share that I'm a part of Just Cause Video Hop, which is in collaboration with Christine Myers. I will have links to all the other participants in the comments below, so let's get to the card. I haven't played around with alcohol inks since like forever ago, so I decided why not give it a go again. So here I am just creating several backgrounds using 3 colors of alcohol ink, and the colors I'm using are Sailboat Blue, Lettuce and Stream. And then I'm using the blending solution as well. So there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just playing, figuring out what is what it will look like, and that. So I'm not aiming for a particular look or anything like that. I'm just playing around and seeing if I like it, because I want to use one of these backgrounds for the card I'm about to create. And like I said, I'm just playing around, hoping things will work out. And I really like this background. I love this, love all the colors in here smushing around. And it's quite satisfying creating your own pattern paper with inks and just having fun. And for this one I added a mixative, and it's pearl mixative, and you don't notice it that much in the video, but it gives a bit more shine. I really like how that looks. And now I'm just not happy. I find it too blur, so I'm trying why not just pour things and see what happens. And it's looking a bit too green, so I want to add a bit of blue to the mix as well. And I quite like what I end up with. So much fun. Oh, now the background has dried. I'm using it for the card, and this Prima stamp is one of my favorites. I mean, I love it, but for some reason I don't use it that often, so I decided to use it. And I'm just using my anti-static powder to make sure that the embossing will only stick where I want it to be. And I'm using Simon Says clear ink. And the embossing powder I'm using is from Wow. It's silver and it's fine, super fine. And it captures all those little bits of the stamps here and there. Really beautiful. I wasn't even sure how this was going to look at the end, because you have all these colors and inks and glossy paper. Then you have the embossing powder over it. And I was quite skeptical if it would look alright or not, but I do like the look in the end. It's soft and it's not too harsh or anything like that, so I quite like it. Now I'm just melting that embossing powder with my heat gun, and that's the main part of the card done. Now I want to trim it down, but I want to add a wee bit of stitch detail. So I'm using the Simon Says stitched rectangle dies, and I'm using that for the main image, and then I'm also going to be using that for the pattern paper that I'm gonna put as the background for the card. Now I chose this one. It's a paper from the 7 Dots Studio. And I really like how it's, I don't know, not grungy, but used and worn, but not too loud about it, if that makes sense. But I really like those prints and spots and stuff. And I'm just using fun foam to pop up the main image. And I'm just using score tape to stick the foam backing to each of the patterned pages. papers. I sometimes use Ranger multi-medium matte to stick these down, but score tape works really well too, so it's basically what you prefer. Now I'm just sticking that to the larger patterned paper. Then I'm sticking that to my card page, and I'm using Neenah Solar White 110, and already cut it down to size and scored. So it's just a standard size card, standard A2 size, sorry. And now I feel like I need a sentiment, so I'm taking these fishtail dies from MFT, and I found this sentiment in the Simon Says stamp set that says "You are incredible," and I'm stamping that sentiment onto the same Neenah cardstock. And I'm sorry for being a wee bit out of focus. I just did not notice that while recording, and I'm terribly sorry, but I hope it works out alright. Now I double stamped that with Memento ink in London Fog, and I'm just die cutting that in my big shot, which is right next to my craft table, so I'm not moving that around and recording the cutting bit. And since it's quite clean and simple card, I decided to add a bit of foam tape to the sentiment so that the card wouldn't be too flat. And that is basically the card done. It's loads of colors and silver and texture, but without being bulky. I really like that about this card. And I have some pictures for you to take a closer look, and I will have links to all the supplies down below. So thanks for hopping along with us. Bye!